I'm Bambi Francisco for Vator TV. As rich media explodes across the web, many companies have emerged to help us organize and help find the most relevant videos and rich media content out there. Joining me to talk about the video and image search wars is Chase Norland. He's the CEO and co-founder of Pixsy. Chase, thanks for joining us.
And a war it is, Bambi. Nice to see you again.
Thanks. Great to see you. It's a war. You started in 2005, and I've been following this industry for a long time. Veoh's out there, Blinks, Plugged, Everything, Singing Fish. We talked about earlier, one being the first Dabbles come out now, Click Blast, and on and on and on. How is this shaking out? How are companies now starting to differentiate themselves, and how are you trying to differentiate yourself from the pack?
Yeah, well, that's one of the best things about a war, is that the longer you do it, the better you get at it, and the more defensibility you have against small companies, and we've definitely proven that. We are very clearly focused on providing image and video search to other sites. That's it. It's a very simple premise. Image search, fastest growing consumer search vertical on the internet today. It's 10% of Google's traffic. It grows 100% every year. Video search, rapidly approaching that, but not growing as fast as image search. And we said, if image and video search are so wildly popular, why doesn't every website have it? And that's literally the vision of our business and why we've been able to grow. The value proposition that we're bringing to publishers is saying, hey, website, you should be in the fastest growing consumer search business. It's going to create new search traffic on your site. It's going to add new content to your site. You're in essence becoming a mini Google. That's what this is about. If the Google business model is so successful, why isn't everybody a Google? And that's really the philosophy of our company. And then the last part of it, and maybe most important, is that by adding image and video search to a site, it's creating a new ad monetization opportunity that never existed before.
Sure. You said you had 100 customers, or maybe you mentioned that to me earlier. How many companies do you provide video and image search services for?
Yeah, so we don't disclose the exact number, obviously, but I would say in the hundreds right now, and starting to get some nice, fairly well-known names here from Fox and the Travelocities of the world, starting to realize that we've got a pretty significant platform for getting them in a business that's growing wildly. And really the simple premise behind all of this is image and video search. That's the thing driving all of this. So there's a very simple core value proposition that's keeping all these wheels turning, and that's consumers searching for this stuff.
Well, how do you get the big publishers or the big companies who have alliances with, say, the MSNs and the Googles, the big companies? How do you win those deals?
Yeah, good question. Well, it's really no different than if you were building out an ad network, which is where I came from. So I came from ValueClick, and that's really one of the reasons why Pixsy is really kind of a digital media version of ValueClick. That's what this is about. And so it's no different than building out an ad network, which is you start with small publishers, which we did, people you've never heard of, powering videos and image search for, and now we're starting to crack the top tier. And really it's just about just getting better at what you're doing, showing the value proposition, and just staying at it. So that's why we're now starting to hit the top tier publishers.
Well, how do you measure your success? What metrics do you look at to show that you're growing?
Yeah. So, and obviously, I thought I'd actually answer your first question, which is what you first started with, which is like where we kind of see ourselves in the market. So we're all about providing image and video search to other sites. Most people in the video search space today really are focused on being a destination.
Yes.
And I think you saw kind of a recent announcement by Veoh and AOL kind of speaking to that. So we said, let these guys kind of hammer it out and try to become try to win the destination wars. We're all about powering this for other people. And then other people who are now providing kind of a video platform or a video search platform for other companies, some of the smaller guys you're talking about, really most of the focus there that we're seeing is around taking the video down and understanding the video and trying to become kind of the AdSense for video. Tons of guys doing that. And you've interviewed probably a lot of the Adapt TVs and the Scan Scouts of the world. They're all trying to, Nixidia might be another one of them, all trying to figure that out. And that's great. They're all smart guys, great companies, well-funded, et cetera. And that certainly is a big opportunity. That is not us. We are all about image and video search, and we're all about thumbnails. And that's really important. We don't want to get in the video business. We don't want to get in the copyright business. And one of the nice things is that thumbnails are fair use. So one of our competitive advantages is we can build this huge digital media index, and we don't need to do any licensing deals.
Right. You just go out there. Well, how many videos and images have you? Well, actually, let's just talk about the videos. I think you mentioned Veoh, and Tim Tuttle told me that AOL had about 20 million videos indexed and probably 40 million by the time this airs.
Yeah.
So how many videos have you indexed?
Right. So we don't do the exact numbers, but given what the assumption you just gave, and we've heard some similar numbers about Veoh. Again, like those guys a lot, we have a healthy respect for them. The Pixsy video index is almost 3/4 the size of that, approaching that. So it's pretty healthy if you think about AOL having been in the video search business for a long time, not just through Veoh acquisition, but through Singing Fish. So Pixsy's only been in the video search business for 15 months, 14 months since first money in. Now we were working on it before that, while we had day jobs. But,
right.
So we've been able to basically create some good efficiencies at aggregating content.
Now, you've been around for a long time. You were at ValueClick, so you've watched sort of Web 1.0 and
right.
how there are many search engine companies search just for text, and then kind of a change in landscape. Some went away, some got big, like Google. So what do you
right.
see in the next year with still so many competitors out there in video search? What happens?
Well, the thing is, I'm not sure there are a lot of competitors in video search necessarily, right?
Okay.
There are a lot of companies in the video space, and the video space is kind of wildly overhyped, if you will. So there's a lot of noise in this space, but there's not a lot of true kind of video search providers. So there's people looking inside the video. You've got kind of the whole, like I mentioned, the whole AdSense for video content. You've got video syndicators and video destination companies. Lots of great ones there, from Rue to Bright Cove, right, to our friends at Veoh and a variety of other companies.
That's true.
There's really not a lot of true kind of video search providers. Certainly Blinks and AOL. Healthy respect for them as competitors. There's a couple other smaller ones, but really those are kind of the three players in the video search market. When a company is considering using video search,
sure.
what we're hearing is Blinks, AOL,
right.
And Pixsy.
Okay. What did Blinks do right? They went public.
So I give them credit in that they really kind of helped define the market, in the sense that they were the first guys out there a long time ago doing, when we first started the company over 2 years ago, they were already fairly well along. So I give them credit, I give Saranga and those guys credit for coming up with a really interesting idea and technology way before anyone else had really thought about it.
Okay, so you've had a seed round of funding, you've been around since 2005. Are you in the market for Series A anytime soon?
We've been able to prove out a lot of our business and achieve some of the metrics that other companies haven't achieved and have raised a lot more money than us. So we've been able to do a lot on very little. So as a result of that, we're now evaluating and talking to a lot of people. How do we work with, who do we choose as the best kind of business/financial partner to help us continue growing it forward? Because there is, again, this is really tip of the iceberg stuff. Even though there's a lot of noise in this space, the consumer demand and consumer growth around video and image search really is still in its infancy.
Okay. Well, good luck to you, Chase.
Thanks. Good to see you again.
I've been speaking with Chase Norland. He's the CEO and co-founder of Pixsy. I'm Bambi Francisco.